Billet runners. Let's talk about them. All right, guys, we had some questions about our billet runners. Again, we can supply, and people are struggling with obviously how to draw a runner. We can draw them for you if you give us the window dimension and the planum dimension by the height. We can populate it from there really, really easy. But what I'm going to do today is actually do a quick little video to show you how to draw them in CAD. They literally take just a few minutes. Set your wall thickness top and bottom. We actually do a thinner section at the bottom and a thicker at the top, mainly because we're going to form the radius with the top section, and you don't need as much meat in the bottom. But yeah, different radiuses, rectangle type, little V6 type ones, whatever you need, let us know. We can draw them up. They start at about $850 for a V8, and we do the dual for the small block Chevy. We have a lot of the data on the Chevy head, so if you don't have it, we've generally got it. Tell us what sort of airspeed, or even we can establish that for you. It's real easy, not hard at all. Some people just send us a drawing of the window and a drawing of the planum and tell us we need it at 110 or 5.5 inches. So basically, yeah, about $849 for your 8 V8 ones, and about, I think, $550 for the 4-cylinder type stuff. That gets you up to about 5.5 inch runner, 4 to 5.5 inch. And as I said, 6061, real easy, because we get a lot of inquiries about it, but people feel a little bit intimidated to supply a drawing or don't know how to. So I'm going to run you through it really, really quickly. There's another set of Holdens we're doing at the moment. Yeah, small block Chevys, some Fords, some big horsepower small block Fords. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to run through a quick CAD tutorial on how to draw these, like as simple as you can, and you can send us the CAD file or whatever you like. Let's do it.
All right, so we're in AutoCAD, just in our workspace. So we're just going to go really, really quickly. I won't go into too much depth. So if you've got a few different layers, I use a cons layer. We're just going to hit the perpendicular 90, and we're going to mark at our 0, 0. So we're just going to go 0 dash 0, hit enter. One construction line, turn it 90, make the other one, hit escape. Now we're going to go into our offsets. So this is really handy. You don't always need to use construction layers, but if you're drawing like small block Chevys and Siamese ports, or you're doing head plates or anything with a little bit of complexity, this makes it really easy. So now, again, I'll just do it again, make sure we've selected it. So we're going to use our offset. We're going to go 33 mil, which is like that inch 2, whatever it is for a small block Chevy port. We'll just do here an 1/8 in between the ports. So let's go like 3.25 mil. Then we're going to offset this way again, and then we're going to hit our 33 mil again and offset that. Now we'll just do our port height, and we'll just go 57 mil, which is like 2.25 inch type port. So then we have the basic shape of that. So now we're going to go to our top layer, and we're just going to go to our lines, and you can see it highlights that point there for us. We're going to go down to there, we're going to go across to there, we're going to go, I don't know why this is dancing around again. Our snaps is on, hang on, let's turn that off. Okay, there, and then across, and just get it close and hit C for closed. So that now makes a rectangle. Now we'll do the other side. As I said, this is all pretty straightforward. We'll go around and again close. Okay, so now what we can do is turn the con layer off. So now we're just left with the ports. So we're going to add our radiuses. We're just going to make this a 3/8 radius. So we're going to hit multiple radius, and we'll make it like 9.5 mil. And we're just going to highlight each side, and it's putting a radius in there for us. Really straightforward. other side. Okay, and there we go. And now what we can do really quickly, I'll just make sure they're joined. Yeah. And now when we highlight that, we can hit properties, and straight away that will give us an area right here. So our area is 1800 square millimeters. And then once we do a little bit of math, as I said, if you guys can't do it, just give me the details and I'll give you a rough estimate. If you just want to ballpark it, most guys just, hit that 25-30% bigger. But so what we're going to do now is we're going to offset on this port window. And this is where the construction lines will come in handy. So we're going to go, say, 4.1 millimeters off around that. And now we can hit that. We can hit construction, properties. We'll go down, have a look. Now we're at 25. So that's a good, probably 35% up, just at a guess. We're just going to leave that there for now. But what I want to show you now is what we can do is we can turn our construction lines back on, and then we can move this and use the construction lines to our advantage, because what I want to do is we're going to hit the 90s on, perfect. So what I'm going to do is highlight that. We're just going to bring it up. So now we've actually we've turned the port angle up a little bit. I'm getting the floor level. So that way the floor is level in the port. And now we're going to move it sideways as well. And we'll move it by a set amount, which is probably the easiest way to show you. Let's go there. We're going to go 4 mil. Oh, that puts us right on it anyway. That is, no, I'll go again. Hang on. Okay, so now we're going to move it over on this axis, and we're going to go 5 mil. So you can see it's just past the port window. We're going to do the same on the other side. So now we're going to offset this one by 4.1. We're going to lift it up. Sorry, move. Move. Okay, so now we have our basic top and bottom windows looking down at the port. So now we're going to go and turn our construction lines off because we shouldn't need them anymore. And we're going to go to 3D modeling. We're going to hit the corner here to change the view. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab this one and this one. We're going to hit our yeah, 3D move. We're going to grab the X. And we're going to take it straight up 4 inches. So let's go 101. Now we're going to shrink it back a little bit. So now we've got the, not too much. So this is our port windows and this is our planar windows. And from here, we're just going to turn it into a 3D shape. So we're going to add the wall thickness for the bottom. So 3.5 mil. So we click on that there. We're going to click on that. Now the top will vary. I vary anywhere from 4 to 6 millimeters, depending on what it is. So NA, I'll choose 4 millimeters. So supercharged, I go 5 or 6. We'll just go 5 for now to give you an idea. So that way the wall thickness actually varies, and it also helps with this weld down here if you've got bolts and stuff like that. So now we're just going to cut and snip quickly. I'll just get a zoom window. So we'll go on this one first. We're going to get our snip tool. We're going to hit enter, and then we're just going to get rid of the lines we don't need. Those other two are going to be challenging. There's a little don't think I got it. I'll have to zoom in some more for that one. There we go. Oops, too much. There we go. Make sure you clean all the rubbish up in the drawing. Okay. Now I'll make that, I'll join that quickly. And now we're going to put our radiuses in on this one. No, wrong spot, radius. So we're going to go again, multiple radius, and we're going to go 9.5. That should be fine. We're going to click here, click there, there, there. Okay, now we've got to do the top section. Same thing. Grab our snip tool, hit enter. These are right on it. I don't know which one that's going to be there. There we go. Alright, let me bring that back. There we go. Escape. Escape. Join them all. Now we're going to add our radiuses. So again, same thing, multiple radiuses, and now 9.5 is still there. So we just hit enter down to the bottom. And now we have our top and bottom. So now we're going to loft the two together because they're not the same shape. We're going to do the inside one first. Hit enter, 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 and go again on the other one. So we're just connecting all these, turning it 3D, and we'll do the last, which is the outside. Enter, enter, and escape. Now we can put this on X-ray, which I find best. So now you can see we've made our 3D shape, but it's a solid. So now we have to remove the inside part of this. So we're going to go up here and hit solid subtraction. We're going to hit the whole lot and hit enter, and then we're going to we'll highlight the inside, move it away, hit enter again. Now that one is gone. I'll just show you. So that's one. Now we're going to do the other. Same thing again. Enter. Enter. And there you go. You've got a set of runners. And basically you can send us that file, and yeah, we can make the runners, but that's how you do it. And we can see, you know, shaded type deal here. We'll go in a little bit more. There we go. So it doesn't look like it's got a lot of taper from the top, but if we look the other way, you can see it's got quite a bit of taper in it. So that's how you do it, guys. And for a single runner, same thing, top and bottom. Set your area, top and bottom, your port window to your top, and then loft it between the two, and away you go. We don't put any radiuses on here because I don't want the radius there. I want the radius above it. So remember to leave in your runner calculation the plenum wall thickness, because that sits on top of this. So if it's 3 mil or 6 mil or 4 mil or 8 mil or 10 mil, you need to add that to your runner length as well as your head plate. So your runner isn't 4 inches long, it's 4 inches plus the ½ inch or 3/4 head plate plus the plenum thickness, right? Plus, if you're doing total induction length, it's including the port length, which you should be doing anyway. So anyway, hopefully that helps, guys. See you in the next one.